Good morning. Welcome back to Michele Yin Yoga. This is the Yin class today. It's going to be working on your hips and spine movement. So be a little variation of postures. Some a little intense on the low back, but it's all good because it's just to bring blood back to the spine to help it to heal. But if something doesn't feel right, as usual, modify. So let's go ahead and get started. Grab your 2 blocks. Stack them up end to end on the back side of your mat. And then let's grab one of our blankets where we are going to fold it in half and half to make our bolster. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and bring it down. I'm going to bump this right up to my tailbone. Feet together, knees out wide. They don't have to be up tight. And then just bring it back this way. So it goes into that natural curve in your back. If this is too intense, take the blocks away and just roll up your blanket and use the blanket under the back, or just go flat. Arms east and west, palms up will be nice because it will start to open up the shoulders as well. And then closing your eyes and relaxing your face. Start to breathe. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose only. Trying not to clench your teeth or lock your jaws. It is a little bit of a diaphragmatic breathing. On your inhales, inflate the belly. Then fill the ribs and fill the lungs, bottom to top. And on your exhale, squeezing out lungs first, ribs next. And at the end, squeeze. Pull that navel into your spine, up under your ribs, till you are completely empty of air, and stay with it. Relaxing your shoulders. Allow the vertebrae to melt. And allow your hips to open. Surrender. And then again, relax the face. Your eyes, your cheeks, your tongue. Let go of anything going on outside your sanctuary and just give yourselves permission to be here on your mats, completely dedicated to you. Shoulders relaxed, open up the chest. Your vertebrae melts just a little bit more. Hips start to open a little bit more. And if you can, slow it down. Start to go longer and deeper on your inhales, and then match it on the exhales. And just keep it as fluid and even as you can. If your mind starts to wander, just make a note of it. And then bring your awareness back to your breath. See if you can slow it down a little bit more. Going longer and deeper on your inhales. And then matching it on your exhales. Trying to keep it as fluid and even as you can. Tuning into the sound of your breath and feeling the movement in the body as you expand and deflate. Perhaps setting an intention for your practice today. What is it that you need or want? What are you trying to bring into your life or bring into fruition? It could be personal, physical, spiritual. It's whatever resonates with you today. And once you have this vision, this intention, go ahead and just seal it in with your breath. It's a full, nice 5-count inhale, followed by your 5-count exhale. I want you to slowly open your eyes. Just keep the gaze soft so you're not really focused on anything. Draw your knees together, feet flat, and notice the opening in your hips. If you will, roll off your blanket and your bolster to your right side and just remain there for a moment in the fetal position. And you can keep your eyes closed if you wish. And this will start to just bring your awareness back. Kind of get your bearings. Slowly start to rise. Use the strength of your arms and push your way upright. Now as you come to seated facing forward, go ahead and grab that blanket. Keep your blocks handy because we'll use them as we go into our first posture. I'm going to grab my blanket. I'm going to actually sit on it to lift my hips up a little bit. And your first pose is called square pose. It's also known in the yang world as a double pigeon, also known as fire logs. So we're going to start with our right leg underneath first. And then we're going to stack elbow on top of knee, knee on top of elbow. This side I have a huge gape, so I'm probably going to put a block in there just to support it. Or you could also use another blanket. And just feel which way feels good. We're going to bring ourselves down to lean over. And I'm going to need my timer. Let me find it super quick. So what you can do, I would love it if you could rest your forehead. So maybe stack up some blocks. You can have your arms resting on your feet or off to the side. And once you find your pose, just remain completely still. Try and relax your body as much as you can to allow the body weight and gravity to do its work. You're about halfway through, so see where you're at. You may want to adjust yourselves a little bit, switch up the blocks to see if you can go a little deeper. You may be comfortable where you're at. If that's the case, just stay where you're at, remaining still. If you've made any adjustments, if you can, rest your forehead to calm your mind. And once again, just find that stillness. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of your nose. When you rise up, go ahead and move these blocks. Take your legs out. If you need to shake them out a little bit, shake them out. So my right leg went in first, so I'm going to bring it back in. This is a half butterfly. Legs straight out in front, and we're just going to come to lean over. So probably your best bet is going to be blocks, head hangs. Let your body weight and gravity do its work. You should feel completely supported as you relax into this pose. And again, just find that stillness. See where you're at. Over halfway through. Maybe go down a little more, or just stay nice and still in that shape. If you made any moderations or adjustments, settle yourself in, calm your mind, and just be. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. And when you're ready, make it up. Extend the legs out, shake them out, and then we're going to do that whole sequence on the left. So my left leg's going to be the underneath, shin parallel to the top of the mat, and then start to stack ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle. Again, you can use a block if you wish. Stack up the blocks. Maybe to start, I'll go a little higher, and then I'll bring it back in, and rest your arms. Once you find your pose, find that stillness. you're at. Adjust if you need to. Modify if you need to. But if you're fine where you're at, stay as still as you can and continue to breathe. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. Alright, we're going to bring it up. Same thing, move that. We want to shake these legs out because it's a pretty intense pose, truthfully. Use your hands if you need to. And half butterfly with the left foot in. Right leg out in front. You can pull the rear end aside, getting grounded. Don't point or flex your feet. And then use your blocks to help support yourselves. Let me start your little magic number. Yes. Head hangs, so your body weight's there. And once you find your shape, just find that stillness and remain as still as you can. Over halfway through, see where you're at. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. And bring it up. Extend that leg out in front, shake it out. Alright, so your next thing is going to be an intense west stretch, also known as caterpillar or a forward fold. So I'm going to have my legs about a block's width apart. I put it right between my knees. So again, I can rest my forehead. Some of you may need a third block, one way or another. Play with it, see where you're at. Actually, remove these. And you can do arms up on your thighs. It's a very gentle way to start to open up this back. About halfway through, I'll let you know. See if we can get you down a little bit more. But if not, no worries. You just go to your level today. Relax into this pose and just breathe into this pose. Resting the forehead will definitely help to calm the mind. Over halfway through, see where you're at. See if you can take that block down to its side, or maybe get rid of it altogether. If not, no worries, but if you can, go for it. And then once again, rest that forehead and be still. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. And bring yourselves up. Shake, shake, shake. All right, so we are going to be moving into dragon. We're going to start to open up. So we did the back body. Now it's going to be the front, the hip flexors. So take that blanket, you're going to come to kneeling. So you may want it a little bit more towards the center of the mat. I've got my timer handy. Blocks handy as well. Let's start with our right foot forward. Bring it up. And then bring it down. So here's your choices. You can rest with your hands on your blocks. You can have them down, or you can come up this way. So whichever feels best to you. Start our timer. So a full dragon, you're upright. Baby dragon, you're going to be down here, just kind of leaning on top. See which feels better to you, where you feel like you can hold it and relax into it. Once you find your spot, just stay as still as you can. halfway through, see where you're at. Maybe rise up a little more. Breathe down into that low belly. A few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. And what I'm going to have you do is we're just going to pull back, working into like a half split. You can curl your back toes under if you wish. You can sit back on your heel if you wish. Just kind of a nice counter pose. And let's bring it out. Shake it, swing it, move it, whatever you got to do to bring balance back. And then when you're ready, let's switch it up. So we'll bring our left foot forward towards the top of the mat. Now we're going to bring this knee forward. You decide which way feels most comfortable. Use your blocks. You can lay on your thigh. You can rise up. I'll let you know when we're halfway through, just to see if you can go a little deeper. But as best you can, relax into those hips and breathe into those hips. Halfway through, see where you're at. Modify or adjust if you need to. And then once you find your shape, just find your stillness. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. Counter pose again will be that half split, so I'm just going to pull my hips back. You can curl your toes under or not. And as you're pushing your heel forward, pulling your hip back, head over knee, and just breathe right into that low back. take it back to table, which is your hands and knees. Let's just do a couple cat-cows here for the spine as we're going to go down to our bellies next. So inhale, drop your belly and look up. And exhale, roll over. One more set. All right, so the next one we're going to do, it's actually called infant. It is like a locust, so it's truthfully more of a yang posture than a yin. And what it is where your arms are going to go back and you would lift your legs, your feet, and your torso, right? So it requires muscle engagement. Feel like you're pushing your hip bones down a little bit and breathe into that back. We're not going to do it long. We're going to just do it maybe about a minute. Let me just get that timer going. Now, if this is too much, you can do it with the feet down and just lift yourselves up. See where you're at. If it's just not going to happen at all, it hurts your back, then you're just going to come right down here and rest that forehead. So wherever you're at today, what it does is it actually stimulates getting the blood into your spine to help it heal. So it is a strong pose. Does require muscle engagement, but that's why we're not going to hold it as long. One more big breath. Now, relax. Bring yourselves down. Completely surrender. Belly relaxes, everything relaxes. And then breathe so hard you feel your back body rise and fall. Okay, so next is going to be Sphinx. We'll do Sphinx the first time, seal the second time if you want to do it, otherwise Sphinx twice. Same thing, I want my elbows under my shoulders so I'm bone on bone. Reach across, grab your biceps and then hands down. And then relax the hips and the belly and your feet. I like my feet as wide as my mat on this one. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Soften the shoulders. And then breathe into your belly. So you are massaging your organs that are all inside there by letting them rest on the earth and massaging them with your breath in and out of the nose. Relax your hips, relax your legs, your glutes, your belly. Soften the shoulders, soften the chest, soften the face. Halfway through, see where you're at. Modify or adjust if you need to. And then just stay as still as you can. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. So your recovery pose is you're going to bring yourself down, right ear down. Bend that left knee and just put your hand on it. Completely relax. Here for about a minute. Bring it back. Come back up into Sphinx or Seal if you want to try Seal. Feet as wide as your mat again. Relax those hips. You're going to pivot your hands outward so thumbs reach to the top and then straighten your arm. And breathe right into that belly. Start this little baby. If it's too intense, it is pretty intense on that back. Then make your way back to Sphinx. Either way, I want you to soften the tops of your feet, your toes, your ankles. Relax your shins and your calves, the knees, front and back, thighs, front and back, and hips. Soften that belly and let it rest on the mat. Relax your shoulders, your chest. Gaze is soft or close your eyes. Halfway through, see where you're at. Modify or adjust. Wherever you're at, find that shape and find your stillness. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. Recovery, bring yourselves down so that the left ear is down. Draw that right knee up to the side. And you can hang on to it. Completely relax. center, push it up, and find child's pose. So knees can be as wide as your mat, big toes touch as you bring yourselves down. You can roll up your blanket and sit on it if your knees are bothering you. Whatever feels best to you. Once you find your pose, again, just find that stillness. Let's be here for about 3 minutes. Stretch that back body out, and then we're going to go down onto our backs. See where you're at. You're almost halfway through. Modify or adjust if you need to, or if you have to come out, come out. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. One more big breath here. And then I'm going to have you push your way up. We're going to go down onto our backs. Have your blanket handy to put over your belly or to cover yourself if you get chilly. And when you're ready with your feet flat, knees bent, let's go ahead and put the fingertips right behind and roll yourselves down. Leave the left leg out in front and draw this right knee into your belly. And then we're going to take the left hand and pull that leg across your body into your twist. Right shoulder, try and keep it down so you can have your arm overhead or out to the side. And look over that right shoulder behind you. Breathe right into the belly and massage that spine out a little bit using your breath. On your inhale, slowly unwind. And as you're coming back through to center, draw both knees into your belly for a hug to neutralize. Rock gently if that feels good on the back. Keeping your left knee in, extending the right leg out in front, just let it rest. Left arm up overhead or out to the side, let it rest. And then use that right hand and pull your leg across your body, coming into your twist. Try to keep your shoulder down as you turn your head to the left, closing your eyes, relax and breathe. On your inhale, slowly unwind. Again, draw the knees in, give yourselves a hug, and rock it gently. Before the final posture of Shavasana, inhale through your nose and sigh it out like you're letting it all go. Staying on the back, let the legs come out in front of you. Feet can be as wide as your mat or wider. Resting the blanket over the belly will help keep that energy inside and the warmth inside. And when you're ready, allow your bodies to rest. Slowly releasing control of each and every muscle as you surrender yourselves to the earth. Your eyeballs will sink deep into their sockets as the eyelids are gently closed. Your inner ear softens, the jaw slackens, your tongue relaxes, and you let everything go. Slowly start to bring your awareness back into your bodies by gently wiggling your toes. Touch each fingertip with your thumb. Reaching your arms overhead and extend through your feet, stretching your bodies out. Take a deep inhale and fill your body with your sweet, sweet breath. And on your exhale, drawing the knees into your chest, giving yourselves one final compassionate hug. When you feel satisfied, slowly rolling to your right side and just remain there for a moment in the fetal position with the eyes closed. Using the strength of your arms, slowly start to rise, pushing your way back up to seated. If you will, drawing hands to the heart center in prayer, and lower your chin into your chest and bow your heads, taking a moment to honor yourselves. From the place deep in my soul, which I know to be pure and true, I bow to and honor this same light that shines deep inside of each of you. Thank you so much for coming today and joining me on this journey. Wishing you a beautiful week. Namaste.